you must build a 5-story building. And this is how you get your wealth and power. Now, the first thing you work on is economics. You started practicing group economics, making your money bounce in your own community 8 to 12 times before it leaves. The second floor is politics. Our people got that backwards. They want to get into politics before they get in the economy. Backwards as hell. You won't make it. You buy every politician with the money you made on the first floor. The third floor is your court system, your police system. You control the court system so they won't be getting 40 years in jail for having marijuana. Then the fourth floor is media. You take your money off the first floor and you buy media. Black folk own 35 thousandths of 1% in media. You don't own media, you can't communicate, you can't organize, you can't motivate. The fifth floor is education. Education is a tool, just like a hammer and a saw. But you got to have an economy. See, when a kid graduates from school, the first thing you do, he should be able to go back to his own community and start building businesses and industries and drawing money into his community and hold it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whatever time it is that you're tuning in, this is Brian HRap B. Williams. I'm coming at you live and direct or pre-recorded and direct, depending on what time you're watching this. Thank you for tapping in. Hit that like, hit that share. Please subscribe if you have not. I am announcing the opening of a new series that I'm creating. I have effectively, put to rest Build and Destroy. Build and Destroy is a thing of the past and it's long form. This will be a facsimile of Build and Destroy. What I'm going to do is come to you instead of sitting in front of you for 1 hour and just bellowing out information that may even tend to be mundane. What I'm going to do is come to you on a regular basis, giving you information as it comes to me. And that way we can stay refreshed, stay informed, and it won't cost you as much of your time. Thank you for tapping in. As I do at the beginning, as I used to do at the beginning of Build and Destroy, I thank my parents. Without them, there is no me. Without me, there is no program. And here we go. This is episode 1 of HRap Rappin. Now, what I want to do is bring you abreast of some things that are going on. The community has been upset. We have been in the uproar since the election. Since the election night, we found out that the former president will be the next president. Number 45 will be number 47. And congratulations to Donald J. Trump for galvanizing my community. My community has been extremely upset. We messed around and found out. A lot of people in our community saw me as a radical, saw me as I do consider myself a revolutionary. They saw me as militant and things of that nature, and they saw me as someone who was unbending. So now it seems that most people, as I watch social media and I listen to people, it seems that more people coming around to the way I was thinking. All we have is us, and we. Now, am I saying we shouldn't work with people? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we should do our very best to come together. As you saw at the beginning, we have 5 steps: group economics, politics, the court system be revamped. Then you get the court system revamped. You use things that I'm doing right now, the media, and then you use education. We should no longer ask our children, as I've said on Build and Destroy, we should no longer ask our children, what do you want to be when you grow up? We need to start asking a question. What are you going to do to improve the community when you grow up? Because when you do that, what we're going to do is this. We are going to build a nation inside of a nation that won't be under, even if it is under attack, we're strong enough to take on that attack and like a shield and then go continue to fight. It is obvious that we no longer need as many people as we thought we did. If we galvanize, people will need us. We love to brag about the money we spend. We love to brag about how creative we are. We love to brag about how intelligent we are. So what we're going to do is combine that intelligence, creativity, and stick-to-itiveness and create a strong Black nation. That's what we're going to do. Look, there's a young lady who's been doing everything. If you are a regular supporter of Build and Destroy, it's a young lady. She's created Project Black 2025, Black Project 2025, excuse me. And what she's doing is galvanizing doctors, lawyers, engineers, and medical people, and everybody in the community. They're donating money. She's going on these Zoom meetings. She's creating a platform so we can come together and create grocery stores and everything that we need nationwide. There's one caveat to it. You must pledge that you will do your very best to swear off all other entities in regards to spending your money. If we pool all of our money, we don't have any problems, because we pool all of our money, we get away from that distrust and disdain for each other, And then and only then can we build a nation inside of a nation so we won't be under the tyranny of white nationalism, white supremacy, the court system, and things of that nature. I am a form of media. Other podcasters that are adding something positive and high vibrating are part of media. Karen Hunt on Sirius Satellite Radio and everybody on Channel 126. Roland Martin and others, we are presenting to you the perspective from our community, and that's the only thing that should be important to us. I don't care about what's going outside of our community. We need to have the financials, and then we have the protection, and then we can build anything we want. For the last 100 years, you've seen us build ourselves up to extreme heights, and then we start integrating. And if you know anything about integration, integration only weakens anything. Look at your coffee. You can have a black cup of coffee. It is strong. It wakes you up. It's vibrant. It gets into your lungs, and it gives you energy. Then you add cream, and then you add sugar, and then you add flavor, and it dilutes that coffee. That's all it does. It dilutes that coffee. Am I saying that we should hate anyone? No, I'm not. I'm saying we should love each other. The perfect example of what I'm doing is this. A lot of people I can give you is this. A lot of people had in our community had faith in former President Trump, and that's why he's on the precipice of taking that office again. He's already had an attack on our community. If you don't know, Donald Trump stood in front of the world 2 days ago and said he wants to, he didn't say these words, but he said there are a lot of institutions that are teaching certain things and they're excluding people. So he wants to take civil rights action against HBCUs. So, and then attack their endowment and then give it back to the white people who have been discriminated against. That's cold for we want to shut down these black colleges and then make them white colleges, and if you don't want to do that, we're going to take your endowment and give it to white people. That's called white reparations. You guys, your Social Security is under attack. Your health care is under attack. See, if we create these entities, we will be able to put ourselves in the situations to whereas if you open a grocery store and if all of us are shopping with it, we open our own Amazon and all of us shopping at it, at that point, we can reinstitute what used to be a pension program and things of that nature. That way, all of our money will circulate 18, 25, 50 times. That has never been done before, but we can do it because at some point, we couldn't take our money anywhere else because it wasn't good enough to go anywhere else. Well, since at one point our money wasn't good enough for you, how about this? Let's make it not good enough anymore. Let's keep our money to ourselves, raise our children, educate our children, protect our children. Our education system is under attack. This is what we do. We learn mathematics, we learn English, and we learn the principles of education. And then in our after school programs that are funded by us, our church programs that are funded by us, we have our educators who are members of our church and other churches come and educate our children on Black history to empower our children to see, so they can see how powerful we are, how powerful we were, and then they will know how powerful we will be. We no longer have to sit around and wait for the United States federal government to do anything for us. We don't have to do anything. And this is the most important thing, if you ask me. I don't give a damn about convincing anyone what we're doing is right. If you have to convince someone that the liberation of our community and the empowerment of our community by the people in our community, that means they're against our community. Integration did us no good. And you can ask the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., you can ask anyone and everyone who's been on this earth for longer than 50 years, how did integration work? It didn't. It is a failed project. What we are going to have to do is put ourselves in a position of power. And when we get in that position of power, what will happen is this. We will empower ourselves and we will rule the land. But we don't want to control the land. We just want to make our young people safe, our young adults safe, our women safe, our children, our elders safe, and most importantly, come together as a community and make everything work for us. Other communities do it. It's time for us to do it. We don't have to deal with anger. We don't have to deal with vitriol. We don't have to have revenge on our minds. All we have to do is work together to basically come together to create a more perfect union amongst Black America. We are exploited in entertainment, in all forms of entertainment, whether it be music, whether it be sports, whether it be acting. We can make it a focus too. Whereas, like in the 70s, when Flip Wilson came on, every Black eye in America with a television was watching Flip Wilson, the Jeffersons, Good Times, and so forth and so on. We can do those things. We don't need anybody. I want you to understand this. In regards to the census, there are 45 to 50 million of us. It's really more like 65 million of us. And if 35 to 40% of that number focuses on what me and the young lady Ayana, who is heading up, a 22-year-old person, is heading up Black Project 2025. And I told you guys when I was doing Build and Destroy, stop denigrating these young people. Stop allowing that television, the radio, and everything that's pushed in front of you to tell you that these young people are not on top of their business. This is a young lady who saved her father's business, in the midst of it became a millionaire, and now she's taking her money and doing what we should have done over the last, I can only speak for me, for over the last 54 years. I too am victim of the brainwashing and the conditioning. I am no longer going to be conditioned. I am asking you to join the Project 2025. You can go to Instagram and get it. She has a website. We must join. I think last I checked, it was like Monday night. She put together over 1 million people, over $100,000. She's doing her thing. We need to support her. We need to support all Black businesses at all times. Well, since the entire country said, well, you know what? We're not going to support you guys, and you're not going to support your candidate. Not a problem. Not a problem. We're not supporting anybody either, because guess what? When I used this example the other day. When I go into MacArthur's, when I go into Crystals, and when I go into Doc's and other Black establishments, the only people I see in there is us. But if I go to a Rhonda's, a Mexican restaurant, or if I go to the Boricua's place, where when I used to get Jibarito sandwiches and things like that from the Puerto Rican brothers and sisters, or if I go to Greek Town and other establishments, it's us and them. Imagine if we put all our money into us. It's time. It's time to stop arguing. It's time to stop bickering. It's time to stop saying what we could have, what we should have, and this ain't gonna happen. I beg you, if someone says, hey man, that's a pipe dream, please walk the H away. Because I'm gonna cut down on the profane language. I'm going to announce the reopening of Rappin with HRap, where I'm going to be talking to people. I am working on an esteemed college professor. He is one of the best legal minds in the United States of America. He's a professor in international law. He has been on Roland Martin. He's slapped around Bill O'Reilly. Me and him are working on dates and times and getting things together. I'm not going to say what his name is until I nail him down, and I'm going to be interviewing us. I'm going to be talking about the stories that we have. I'm going to talk about our history, and I'm going to have people who are older than me, younger than me, and my age talking about life in the United States of America, so we can understand, again, we have more in common than we have apart. Thank you for tapping in. Hit that like, hit that share. I'm coming on like every day for 12 to 15 minutes, 2 fingers, 1 word. It's your man HRap, and you know what that means. I'm out.
So really, ain't nothing in this integration. I need some land. I need some jobs. My people need jobs. We need something so we can build and do for ourselves, and we must have some land. Now, what's your suggestion? What should be my movement? Integrate?
Yeah, equal rights in a mixed society.
In this society, where you still own the government, you still own the train station, the railroad plant, the electric plant, these television cameras, you still make all the food, you control everything, and I'm like a leech on a dog's back. All I can do is just wait for you. I can't do nothing for myself. Integrating in your society don't mean I'm doing nothing for myself. You doing it all. I want to do something for myself. I'm tired of depending on you. You might get broke one day. Your stores might close. Your gas pumps might cut off again. I'm relying on you now. Can I have my own land?